Even the testing, I felt very confident in the approach that they took with us. It was a very hands-on approach. They allowed you to take your own flair and integrate it into what we were doing. They took the time to prepare us properly for these examinations. I love that they took a hands-on approach with their teaching styles, so it was a variety of ways that they gave us the content. So we got things online, we have printed materials, they showed us, they had us feel it, they had us do it on other people. So I really have an understanding of what it should feels like within my own body, and so therefore I know what somebody else should be feeling and how to help them achieve that. I followed Sarah for a long time on social media. I've tried a few of the stretches out with my clients, that I felt quite confident with, testing them out with my family and whatnot. When I decided to do the training, I started interacting with her team, and they were very quick to respond, very sweet, very knowledgeable. My perception initially is that they have everything put together. It's a very organized, well-oiled machine. However, when you do come here, it's not only a well-oiled machine, it's a personable, well-oiled machine. So they're human people with different personalities, different backgrounds, different knowledge and influences that they bring to the table. So it's a very holistic approach. Slow. So slow and steady. I know that it's gonna, if you think about it, it took 40 years, however long you've been in your body to get it into the state that it's in. It's not gonna, release and unwind overnight. So take your time, move slowly, work with the breath, and use the tools that you inherently know. So trust your intuition as you're moving through this. You feel the body talk to you. Trust your body as you're moving through it, because if you're not in tune with yourself, you can't really be in tune with the other person. So my takeaway was trust your intuition, you know this, and lean into what you know. Something that Devin has repeatedly told me over the weekend is you know this, because I found that I was second guessing myself quite often. And I would move through my intuition, I would kind of catch myself, and she goes, no, you got it, you got it, you got it. So it was nice that they were able to see us each individually as students, recognize what we do know, where we are second guessing ourselves, and how to help bring us each on our own individual journeys as we've come along. I would really say anybody who wants a better knowledge of how to move through their body. Someone who wants to have a better understanding of their physical body and how it integrates with their mind, body, and soul. As an entrepreneur, I do a variety of things, so I don't think that I'm only going to necessarily use this with my yoga clients. I'm going to see this in every aspect of my life. I thought it was a very safe, friendly learning environment where there was a variety of skill levels, a variety of knowledge, a variety of ages, ethnicities, cultures, and it was a very safe space that we taught each other. We practiced on each other. We honored each other's bodies and space. I never felt like someone was hoarding knowledge or trying to be better than somebody else. It was, how can I help you, and how can you help me, and how can we work together? So me personally, I found that it was a very safe space to ask questions, a very safe space to be vulnerable, literally in how you're being stretched and in what you ask and what you share. The only option you have to take it online. It's a great way to gain some knowledge. If you have the opportunity, you can create for yourself to come here. It's when you bring a bunch of energy together, and the energy to learn, try, fail, figure it out. There's something really powerful when you bring a bunch of bodies together. My name is Miranda Puente from San Antonio, Texas. I am an entrepreneur. I own a commercial plumbing company. I also teach yoga classes, kettlebell classes, rowing classes. So I help people figure out how to find their movement through kettlebells, through yoga, through mindfulness.
I thought it was great. I'm glad I jumped on the opportunity. New stretching, leveling up. When you're with people, like-minded people, the vibe is kind of, the same. So I'm glad I learned a lot. You don't have to exert so much energy to get the job done. That's it. And take up space. One, we got a lot of the stuff prepared, sent to us via email, so I was kind of like already familiar with the routine. That part I really enjoyed. It wasn't full on kind of walking in blindly. A little bit of preparation prior to the event, and really making sure that they came around to each person, each separate instructor, so everyone teaches differently, so it's good to get the viewpoints from everybody. If there's anyone in the health and wellness industry can use these practices to help their clients, and their criticism is not like negatively critical. They're definitely good at making you feel like you're not a fool, even when you're doing it wrong.
Really energetic, really wanting to get to know you, wanting to be able to understand who you are, where you're coming from, to be like, get a better sense. Really building the self-rapport. I noticed a lot, just getting to know that they knew my name walking in the door was really nice. I also really enjoyed that there's 3 different personalities. They're very like, they know how to get stuff done really quickly and not like really waste time with it, and that's what I really appreciate, especially with this really short weekend that we have. But they're really fun to be around, but really show that stretching actually helps benefit people's lives around me. Seeing everyone really wanting to learn helps out a lot too. The biggest breakthrough for me is that I overwork my body when I'm with my clients anyways. Like when I'm stretching them out, we learn manual muscle stretching, so it's just them on a table and us kind of leaning against them, stuff like that. But here, we're able to actually use the force of our weight to be able to help make our work less intense, so we can do like longer sessions. Oh, here's some things I can improve on that would help me with my goals anyways. Like, oh, this is what I need to change for myself, so then I can apply it as well. I would recommend personal trainers to take this course. The reason why is it really teaches you how the muscles feel, how the tensions feel when you're stretching someone out. And this is all human touch, and it's a hybrid of people here. Everyone is from different backgrounds. Taking the time of each instructor, teaching their way of how they do the stretch, because all of them had different techniques that maybe I wasn't too keen to, but when Devin would say something, it clicked better with me. So those things of just like different ways, different tactics of talking or directing was really good. Making me feel comfortable, just being like I was the only one coming in here, didn't come with like, I don't think anyone did, but just like the idea of like just being here alone, and then they're super welcoming and everyone's super welcoming. It just made it really good vibes to learn. Instagram doesn't show everything, and having that connection and the feedback right away, coming here really humbled me in the sense that, oh, I need different positioning, different forces. So it was a humbling experience for sure that they are really good at. My name is Ted Pumluckett. I'm from San Diego, and I am a fitness coach focused more in rehab and functionality.
Nailed it, bro.
I feel like I gained the most value out of it. It just adds a modality to what I already offer my clients. But the modality it offers, I feel, is I can't put a monetary value on it. So being able to have these modalities now and this performance stretch system to assist my clients is ultimately going to give them so much more value in their bodies, in their sport, the longevity of their sport, and it's such a good addition to what we do with yoga recovery to add this on. So to learn something that was similar in the knowledge of what I have, but so different. So it really challenged my mind and challenged my body in the way that I needed to find a new flow, a new way to move, a new terminology to the way the body moves. So that was just so great to challenge my brain and to take me from what I know and to add on to what I know. So that for me was probably the most challenging, but also the most exciting. And then in the holistic space, I always offer as much integration as I can of everything. So this is just another level of that integration aspect. I was introduced to Sarah's Instagram years ago from one of the agents, NFL agents that I work with. He was like, look at this looks amazing. So I've been following her for a few years now. And when I saw that she was gonna offer an in-person training, especially in California, close to where I live, I was immediately on it. Like, I wanna take this is something I wanna do. So I've been so excited when I saw the dates. It was only a few weeks ago, but I was like, does she have space? I'm in. So yeah, I've just been beyond excited to actually get into the system and to learn it, not just watching on Instagram, but to actually learn it. Because tried to kind of emulate, and I'm like, nope, I need the full knowledge, I need the full background, I need to like really learn from her. So this has been like so exciting and amazing. I try really hard not to form judgments on anyone I see on social media, because you really only know what you see, and that translates into your perceptions. So I didn't have too many prejudgments about it. I just knew I was excited about her knowledge, and I thought, she's like my girl, that's my jam. Like, she does what I do. Like, I love what she does, and it's even more than me. So to meet her exceeded my expectations, if I were to say I even had any. She's so kind, so welcoming, such a great teacher, which I really look for, because it's an art to be able to hold space for people. And you can't really teach holding space. You either have it or you kind of don't, and Sarah has it. She can hold space. She's amazing at her delivery. The way she explains things, she explains it in different facets. So whatever kind of learner you are, you're going to learn from one of those techniques, whether you're visual or auditory or you're hands-on. We do them all. So you're gonna learn from her. She's clear, she's concise, she's encouraging, but she's also a little tough love, because she wants you to get it right. So I really appreciated the feedback from her, and her team is amazing. They were all the same, welcoming, kind, supportive, held space well. So such a great experience overall. Stacy Hickman. I live in Huntington Beach, California. I am an integrative health practitioner, Reiki energy healer, yoga instructor, nutrition, do kind of spiritual life coaching, the whole gamut. So I'm really excited to put this into all that.
Perfect.
Woo!
Thank you, Stacy.
You're welcome.
She interviewed people who had already done the class, so that helped me kind of put myself in the position of, oh, I'm like this person, so would I fit in? Would this be practical for what I do back home, etc. So I think that was different than other workshops and seminars I've done, because I don't really interview anybody, at least not the ones I've taken before. So it gave me a better perspective on, will this help me going back home in my practice? And it 100% will.
You notice she's on top of her shit.
She's on top of her shit. She is. Like, in my scope of practice, I always preach move with intention, do things with intention. And I think everything that she formulated here was with intention. Like, why are we doing certain things? Once you understand why, then you can really start understanding every step of the process and how to do the stretches. Different stretches will be more emphasized per person, and they preach that here too. It's not like you're just going to go through the whole flow of everything that we learned today. It's going to be very independent and specific to the client that you have there. So, like, again, I'm working on people with intention, using only certain stretches when they need it, and, you know, doing that over and over again. How long we hold it, etc., is going to be specific for the person. Move with intention. So I like the ability to use more of my body, because I work with bigger guys, so sometimes it's kind of hard to manipulate your body to get more power. And that's why I took this, because it's floor-based. You're using more of your core, your legs, your entire body, so that I can work with any population, any size person. People that are, first of all, tighter and more muscle. So what I'm thinking of right now, I have quite a few clients that are they're super active in terms of weightlifting and sports, etc. And with those guys specifically, they're more men than women. Sometimes it's hard to get my body into good positions to give them good stretches on the table. So this allows me to help that population. So more athletic based, I would say. Those with larger muscle mass or taller, that's huge for sure. Because now I can use my legs and my whole body, and that's more strong than my upper body. Yeah. It will take a lot more pressure off my body. And that's what I was going for, because I've been doing table-based for over a year, and I feel like my body is kind of worn out. So I wanted to have more tools in my toolbox to be able to continue doing what I do, but taking less pressure off my body, and she does that really well, for sure.